What's going on, you welcome back to a brand new video on the channel, and welcome to some Forza Horizon 4. And yes, this is my favorite Japanese car of all time.
We were up there and there was a moment, I turned and I felt like breathing right here on my neck.
Yeah, and then when I got done breathing on his neck, I turned and I saw it.
So I did make a video a few days ago saying what was one of my Japanese cars, my favorite Japanese cars of all time, which was the Mazda RX-7, and I ended up using it in loads of different games and stuff like that. But then I said it changed, that it isn't anymore my favorite car, and this is it. The Hakasuka Skyline GTR, 2000 GTR to be precise. This is it. This is my favorite Japanese car of all time. I absolutely adore this thing. I love everything about it. I love that it's old. I love the engine that's in it. It's not an RB in this. I love just the way it looks. I think it looks brilliant for a car this age. Obviously this one that we have here, for some reason in Forza Horizon 4, they decided to give us one of them that isn't spec'd out at all. It's got like really weird like steelies on it as well, for the wheels. So it just looks a little weird. It doesn't even have the little rear wing on it that you can usually get with this thing. Anyway, I'm gonna modify this thing anyway. I don't think we can do a lot of stuff to it because I had it modified before. And the sound isn't too bad either. But yeah, I had it modified before, and I think I had an engine swap. So I'm not going to engine swap it this time. I'm going to keep the standard engine that's in it now and just upgrade it pretty much. I'm also not going to turbocharge it. It is non-turbo at the moment. Because like I said, this isn't the RB. This is a turbocharged engine. But it sounds so good. And then in the interior, I think it sounds even better. It's just such a nice car. I love this thing so much. This is a car, if someone asked me like what is a car that you'd love to have, like, I wouldn't say dream car, because I don't believe in that whole dream car thing. If I did have a space to have, you know, a bunch of cars, or if I had space for cars, I'd definitely have multiple instead of just the one like dream car, for example. So I definitely have a lot of cars instead of just the one, and this is definitely like top 5. It'll definitely have to be there. I want one of these in real life so bad, but they're so expensive, and they're just constantly rising in price. They're just collector's items now, but I love them so much. Sounds really good in the tunnel. Very rev happy, revs to about 8,000 RPM. It's only a 5-speed. It even says on the back of it. It's very proud to call this thing a 5-speed. It's got a badge on the back of it that says it. Little McGann is overtaking me. My car makes so much of a better noise, McGann. I'm sorry. I win this one. I like it. I really like it. Let's go modify it. There's not really a lot of stuff that we can do to this thing. Or that I can show you guys while it's stock, so let's go do stuff to it. Let's go modify it. I think it only has about 160 horsepower as well stock, so that's why it doesn't feel, you know, very fast. But I mean, stock Japanese cars, especially old school cars, have low horsepower, but they're also very fun to drive. So this is what the Forza preset is like. I'm not going to add that on. I will, however, go ahead and add my own parts to this thing. So engine swap, we can have a BMW engine, we can have an LS, we can have the RB, and we can also have some rally engine as well, which I'm not going to end up doing. I kind of want to get it to be... Actually, I think I could probably change that myself, right? And then obviously I could turbocharge this thing. Yeah, it does have 160 horsepower, but only weighs 1,100 kilos, so that's kind of sick. Yeah, again, I don't really want to turbocharge this. I'm going to leave this as a rear-wheel drive. The wheels are going to get changed. The parts here on the front and the rear are going to get changed. I could turn this thing into pretty much the race car version of itself. I think that would be kind of cool. But I kind of want to still keep this thing as like a road legal car. There is a front lip that does actually come on this car. That for some reason Forza doesn't, like, they just didn't decide to add it into the game. Same with the little wing. But this is as close as we can get to what I'm doing here. I'm still going to keep like pretty much all the chrome parts on it at the moment. I don't want to put the flared arches on it because maybe I can actually. What if I can put them on and then someone painted in black? That's something. What if I do this, right? And then I go ahead, and for the front bumper, I do that instead. Because I don't want to have, like, the little cooler on the front. Little radiator. Okay, it looks a little bit better this time. Our track weight, I kind of want to change slightly, but apparently we can't. I think once we get different types of tires, it'll look a lot better. Yeah, it definitely does look a lot better. We'll keep it on sports tires. So very, very thin tires all the way around. So let's bring that up. Probably not 255s. We'll do 225s in the front. And on the rear, maybe we could do like 235s. 235s? Yeah, okay, that'll suit it. I don't want it to look so out of place by having massively wide tires on this thing. Definitely with the suspension, we're gonna have to change some stuff there. As for our wheels, I mean, anything that comes close to what Nabi wheels, or even these Warp Equip 01s, like these are also sick for cars like this. But I think anything that resembles what Nabi wheel, I'm gonna end up putting it on this, because I think there's only like 2 sets of wheels. The wheels that came on this thing with the preset, these wheels right here. So these this is what I'm gonna end up putting on this thing. I'm gonna change the size of them to just 15s. I don't want to change them to be any bigger because I don't think it'll suit the car. You know, I want to keep this still looking very old school. And then everything else, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm not gonna go with race spec everything, just because I feel like that'll be kind of annoying to literally just have a race car. So I'm gonna put sports everything. I think for the transmission, maybe I'll do the race transmission, because I can then modify it and do whatever I want with it. Sport driveline, like I'm gonna just put sport everything on it, and then hopefully that should be fine. As for our brakes, again, I'm just gonna put like sports brakes on it. As for our suspension, I don't want to go ahead and just drift this thing specifically. I do like the camera on the front. I feel like it's just a tiny bit too much, so I think the race suspension is good. However, I could just put the drift suspension and reduce my camera, which is what I'm gonna end up doing. There. Again, sports, sway bars everywhere. And then for our weight reduction again, I'm just gonna, I don't know, just do a weight reduction, I guess. Again, sports with everything. And then I think same with everything here. I'm just gonna put everything to sports instead of just trying to get into a race car and having race everything. Carburetor, I'll change that, why not? Again, exhaust, everything, sports. Again, I don't want this thing to be crazy fast. I don't really care about this thing to be crazy fast. I just want it to be a little bit faster than what it was before. So about 268 horsepower. Like this is like, if I had this thing, I would literally just modernize all the parts that are on it, and then just keep it as close to like standard as possible. But like, I wouldn't do any crazy modifications in real life. So why would I do it in the game? You know what I mean? So that's why I'm ending up with just like sports parts on it. Like I wanted to have modern parts like suspension, transmission, all that sort of stuff is nice to have, you know, modern parts on it. But I don't want this thing to be literally a race car on the road. So I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna go ahead and reduce my camber for the front end. I'm gonna bring that down to, we'll do it 3 degrees and we'll see what that's like. Everything else I'm gonna leave the way it is. Our springs, it's already as low as it goes. Our diff as well. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna lock this diff, just so I can go ahead and slide it around for a little bit. And yeah, same with the color. Like, I don't want to change the color. I feel like the color is perfect on this thing. It literally is. Or red. Red also looks really good on this car. Is there a way I can get a design for this? It's probably going to be the Calsonic design as well on it. This? What does this look like? I want those fenders to be black. I think this guy did it. I don't want the wheels to be gold though. Ooh, wait. Carbon fiber bonnet, I definitely want those fenders to be black though. And this guy ended up doing that for me. Ooh, it's very close. It's very close to the way I want this thing. I don't know if I want, again, the carbon fiber bonnet here. I kind of like it. I kind of like it. It's like, it's got like a modern-ish paint job as well on it. It's just, it's the same silver, but like a bit more shiny. Carbon fiber bonnet is nice. Actually, I really like this guy's setup here. Again, I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of the golden wheels, but I do kind of like them. I'm gonna keep it with this. I'm gonna keep it with this setup, just because I like this guy's design. It's nice and simple as well. It revs higher, which is nice. God, this thing was beautiful. See, this is probably a car I'd like try to build for like, you know, time attack or something like that. Oh, it's so nice to drive as well. It's really nice to not have to, you know, build a car with like 5, 6, 700 horsepower or thousands of horsepower. It's nice to drive something slower like this. And it's something that I really like as well. So yeah, there you go. This is my favorite Japanese car of all time. And for right now, it is literally just the video game. I'm not going to be able to own one of these in real life. Probably for a very, very long time. If I'm even going to ever get a chance to own one of these things. Which is kind of crazy to think about. It's nice. It's really, really nice to drive as well. Sports tires as well suit this thing perfectly. There's not a lot of slip. There's a little bit of slip if I kind of force it to, but that's it. You know what I'm going to do, actually? I'm going to go ahead and bring it to 4th channel, and I'm not going to drift down a needle climb. I'm just going to drive down it. I'm going to just try to see how good this thing actually handles. There's a lot of tighter corners there, so this thing would have a bit of a punch, you know, coming out of corners and that. And I think taking the corners with this thing should be quite fun as well. So, yeah, let's try 4th channel. Okay, okay. There's a lot of spin in those rear wheels. This is really nice to drive. There we go. It definitely still wants to go sideways. If I force it. It revs higher than before as well. So I changed all the cams. I really like this thing. A little bit sideways there. That's fine. It's so predictable as well to drive. It's so easy. The brakes are also very, very good on this thing. I didn't actually expect the brakes to be good because I didn't even put, like, you know, race brakes on it. Oh, there it goes. Didn't actually mean to take it sideways, but okay. Didn't slow down enough for this corner, but that's fine. And then we're coming down sideways at the end. Oh, it's so nice. I love it. I love it so much. Well, that was it for today's video. The Hakusuka, everyone. The original GTR. The Nissan Skyline 2000 GTR. I don't know what else to say about this thing. I absolutely love it. I loved it in every video game. I love it now. I honestly do wish that there was more parts available for this thing. To be added onto it. You know, some more original stuff. Like OEM parts, pretty much. But yeah, apparently there isn't. I like this guy's design as well. So I'm going to keep it on. The only thing I'd like to change is the wheels. I'd probably change the wheels back to back to silver. But that's pretty much it. Other than that, I love everything else about it. Well, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you want to see more videos like this on the channel, of course, subscribe. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Again, comment down below whatever else you guys want me to try and do on the channel for videos. And yeah, again, as usual, I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.